Hello everyone, very good evening to all of you. Dear students, today we will learn about a very important topic of plant physiology, and our chapter is cellular respiration. Cellular respiration. Okay, what is the name of chapter? Cellular respiration. You understand? So, can you think from where does the energy comes to our body? We are working various type of physical activities, mechanical work, but exactly from where the energy comes to do such type of activity? So of course there are certain biomolecules like carbohydrate, carbohydrate like fat, protein, proteins. These are the biomolecules. They enters the respiratory pathway and produce energy in the form of ATP. Okay. So carbohydrate, fat and proteins enter the respiratory pathway. Respiratory pathway. Okay. To produce energy in the form of ATP. Okay, and this ATP is utilized by our cell for various activities like cell division and other activities. Okay, so this is utilized by cell, and in this particular chapter, we will try to understand how this ATP is produced by the breakdown of carbohydrate, fat and protein molecules. Okay, so what is respiration? You understand about the respiration? You know, respiration is a chemical reaction, biochemical reaction. Try to understand. Dear students, respiration is a biochemical reaction in which complex organic compound like carbohydrate, proteins, fat, these molecules break down to produce energy, but this energy is utilized by our cell. Okay, this energy is utilized by our cell. So try to understand. First of all, what will happen? This process is exothermic. Okay, cellular respiration is exothermic reaction. Second one, it is a catabolic process. Catabolic reaction. Okay, it is a catabolic reaction because there is breakdown of something, so that's why it is called catabolic reaction. Okay, so respiration is a exothermic process and catabolic reactions. And what will happen exactly in this chapter, particularly we will talk about the breakdown of carbohydrate. Okay, so suppose we take food in the form of plant product, plant based food. So what are the source of carbohydrate in the plant food? Obviously starch, right? And in animal food, what is the source of carbohydrate? So that is called glycogen. So in our body, this starch and glycogen is digested, and after digestion it is converted into the glucose. Okay, you understand? After digestion it is converted into glucose. Now this glucose will enters the respiratory pathway, where it is enters into the cell, and in this cell the glucose is oxidized. Glucose oxidized, and after oxidation ATP is produced, right? So this process is called respiration. A starch and glycogen is converted to glucose. This is called digestion. This is the simplification of food. But glucose is converted glucose break down to produce ATP. When one molecules of glucose is break down, then how many carbon dioxide is produced? 6 molecules of carbon dioxide is produced along with the production of energy. So some amount of energy is absorbed by the cell in the form of ATP, and some amount of energy is lost in the form of heat. Okay, you understand? So how this process, how the breakdown of glucose molecules will take place inside the cell, that we will try to understand in this chapter in little detail. Okay, dear students, please try to understand and write down everything. Okay, so see, now what is the respiratory substrate? So it may be carbohydrate, maybe protein, and maybe fat. Suppose we are talking our respiratory substrate is glucose, carbohydrate. Okay, so how many carbons are present in glucose? 6 carbon. Okay, how many carbons are present in glucose? 6 carbon. Glucose is a 6 carbon compound. Dear students, please try to understand. Glucose is a 6 carbon compound. It is a hexose sugar, aldohexose. You understand? It is aldehydic compound and having 6 carbon. Hence it is called aldohexose sugar. So first of all, what will happen? This glucose will break down into the 3 carbon compound. 2 molecules of 3 carbon compound. That is what? Pyruvic acid. Pyruvic acid. Or you can say pyruvate. You can say pyruvate. So how many carbon in pyruvic acid? 3 carbons. So how many pyruvic acid produced from the breakdown of 1 molecules of glucose? 2 pyruvic acid. You understand? When 1 glucose is breakdown, it produces ultimately 2 pyruvic acid. This process is a multiple step reaction. Actually it is a 10 step reaction. How many steps? 10 step reaction. 10 step reaction. So this reaction is called glycolysis. Glycolysis. You understand? Glycolysis is also called EMP pathway. EMP pathway. Because it is discovered by Embden, Meyerhof and Parnas. Okay. So glyco means glucose and lysis means breakdown. What is glyco means glucose and lysis means breakdown. So breakdown of glucose is called glycolysis. Okay. So this process of glycolysis will never require oxygen. You understand? It will take place in the absence of oxygen, and hence it is called anaerobic process. So my dear students, glycolysis is an aerobic process, anaerobic reaction, or you can say anaerobic process. You understand? And you know where it is takes place? Glycolysis takes place in the cytoplasm of cell. Try to understand. Glycolysis takes place in cytoplasm of the cell. Cytoplasm of cell. Okay? You understand? And how many total ATP produced in glycolysis? You know, 8 ATP. 8 ATP. How many total ATP produced in the glycolysis process? 8 ATP. This is a multiple choice question for NEET aspirants. You understand? Now, after that, what will happen? This pyruvic acid produce acetyl coenzyme A. What is this pyruvic acid produce converted into acetyl coenzyme A. Acetyl coenzyme A. Right? And this is a 2 carbon compound. This is a 2 carbon compound. Right? So when 1 molecules of pyruvic acid is converted into 1 molecules of acetyl coenzyme A, it will liberate out 1 carbon dioxide. And you very well know that liberation of carbon dioxide is the decarboxylation process. So pyruvic acid in the presence of decarboxylase enzyme, it is converted into acetyl coenzyme A by removing carbon dioxide. So how many pyruvic acid here? 2 pyruvic acid. So how many acetyl coenzyme A will be produced? Obviously 2. You understand? So how many carbon dioxide is produced? 2 carbon dioxide. When one molecules of pyruvic acid converted into acetyl coenzyme A, it liberate out 1 carbon dioxide. When 2 molecules of pyruvic acid converted into acetyl coenzyme A, it liberate out 2 carbon dioxide and ultimately lead to the formation of acetyl coenzyme A. You understand? So this step of reaction is called link reaction. My dear students, please try to understand. This step of reaction is called link reaction. See, this is called link reaction. Okay. So what will happen in the link reaction? What will happen in the link reaction? Pyruvic acid will converted into acetyl coenzyme A. And in this reaction, when one molecules of pyruvic acid converted into one molecule of acetyl coenzyme A, it produce how many ATP? 3 ATP. So for 2 molecules, how many ATP? 6 ATP. So here 6 ATP produced. You understand? And my dear students, this process, this link reaction process will take place in the presence of oxygen. There is no use of oxygen, but it takes place in the presence of oxygen. So this is called aerobic reaction. Link reaction is called aerobic reaction. Aerobic reaction. You understand? If the reaction takes place in the presence of oxygen, or if the reaction use oxygen, both type of reaction is called aerobic reaction. Either use or in the presence of oxygen. So the link reaction takes place in the presence of oxygen, hence it is called as aerobic reaction. Got my point? So how many ATP produced in one link reaction? 3 ATP. So how many link reaction? 2 link reaction. So 6 ATP. Please. And the next step of reaction is TCA cycle, or you can say Krebs cycle. Now this acetyl coenzyme A will enters into a cyclic process. This acetyl coenzyme A will enter into a cyclic process, and this is called the Krebs cycle. Krebs cycle. You understand? Because this is discovered by Sir Hans Krebs. Okay. This is also called TCA cycle. TCA cycle. And how many carbon dioxide is liberated out in one TCA cycle? 2 carbon dioxide. My dear students, 2 carbon dioxide, 1 and 1 more. So 2 carbon dioxide. When single times Krebs cycle runs, then 2 carbon dioxide, 2 times decarboxylation reaction takes place. So how many acetyl coenzyme are there? 2 acetyl coenzyme. So 2 times Krebs cycle reaction will take place. So how many total carbon dioxide is produced? 4 CO2. So 4 CO2 here and 2 CO2 here. So from the complete breakdown of glucose molecules, 6 carbon dioxide is produced. From the complete breakdown of 1 molecules of glucose, 4 plus 2, 6 carbon dioxide is produced. Please remember. Okay. So this is the Krebs cycle, and when single times Krebs cycle run, then how many ATP produce? How many ATP? 12 ATP. 12 ATP produced in one round of Krebs cycle. So how many round of Krebs cycle will takes place? 2 round of Krebs cycle, because there is 2 molecules of acetyl coenzyme A. So total ATP 12 into 2, 24. So 24 ATP here, 6 ATP here, and 8 ATP here. And this is the complete breakdown of glucose. So how many total ATP is produced in the complete complete breakdown of glucose molecules? So 38 ATP. So 38 ATP is produced from complete breakdown of glucose. Complete breakdown of glucose. Okay, complete breakdown of glucose. Now this whole reaction after pyruvic acid, this complete reaction will take place in the mitochondria, where it is in the mitochondria. Okay. So if somebody asks to you where the link reaction takes place, where Krebs cycle takes place, so it will take place in the mitochondria. The Krebs cycle will take place in the matrix of mitochondria, and the glycolysis will take place in the cytoplasm, means outside the mitochondria. So I think this is absolutely clear, my dear students. One more time I will repeat each and everything. Glucose breakdown to produce 2 molecules of pyruvic acid. Glucose have 6 carbon. Okay, glucose have how many carbon? 6 carbon. It produce 3 carbon compound and 2 molecules of 3 carbon compound. Try to understand. And that is called the pyruvic acid. This pyruvic acid is converted into acetyl coenzyme. How many carbon in acetyl coenzyme? 2 carbon. How many carbon is present in acetyl coenzyme? Found in acetyl coenzyme? 2 carbon. So 2 molecules of acetyl coenzyme A is produced because there is 2 pyruvic acid. Please try to understand. From 1 acetyl coenzyme A, 1 Krebs cycle will run. So from 2 acetyl, how many Krebs cycle? 2 Krebs cycle. Here 8 ATP produced in glycolysis. Here 6 ATP produced in link reaction, 2 times link reaction and 2 times Krebs cycle. So 1 times Krebs cycle produce 12 ATP. So 2 times Krebs cycle produce 24 ATP. So 24 plus 6 plus 8. How many? Total 38 ATP is produced from the complete breakdown of the glucose. This is an aerobic process. Glycolysis is an anaerobic process. Link reaction and Krebs cycle both are aerobic process. Krebs cycle is also aerobic process. You know, Krebs cycle. It is also aerobic process. You understand? It is also aerobic process. Link reaction and Krebs cycle both will take place in the presence of oxygen, but there is no use of oxygen. So all those reactions will take place in the presence of oxygen or aerobic respiration. Whether the oxygen is used or not doesn't matter, but the process is aerobic because presence of oxygen is must. Okay, so I think this is absolutely clear. One more things I want to recall you about electron transport chain. You know, electron transport chain. Electron transport chain. You know, ETC. This is a reaction which is used by the cell for the conversion of NADH2 and FADH2 into ATP. You know, there are so many energy are not produced in the form of directly in the form of ATP. Here 2 molecules of NADPH2. Here 2 molecules, NADH2, 2 molecules of NADH2, and here 6 molecule of NADH2 and 2 molecule of FADH2 are produced in the form of indirect form of energy. In NADH2 and FADH2 are the indirect form of energy. So this must be converted into ATP, and for this there is a system that is called electron transport system or electron transport chain. So where this electron transport chain runs, So this electron transport chain takes place in inner membrane of mitochondria. Please remember, INNER, inner membrane of mitochondria. Okay, inner membrane of mitochondria. So this is the complete process of aerobic respiration. In anaerobic respiration, what will happens? There is no complete breakdown of glucose. There is no complete breakdown of glucose. Hence, 6 carbon dioxide is not produced. Energy is very less in anaerobic respiration. So in the next video, we will talk about anaerobic respiration and details about the glycolysis, link reaction and Krebs cycle. Okay, so thank you for watching my video. If you like, do subscribe